Why did they hide him? The secret agreement that kept yumenglong's son out of sight. No one saw it coming. Not the fans, not the media, not even those who thought they knew everything about yumenglong's tragic story. But when whispers of a hidden son began echoing through online forums and late-night talk shows, the entire entertainment world froze. It wasn't just a rumor, it was the missing piece of a puzzle that had haunted millions since yumenglong's mysterious death. And now, shocking revelations have exposed that a secret agreement, signed, sealed, and buried, kept his only son hidden from the world. The truth, as it turns out, was far darker than anyone could have imagined. The story begins in a quiet villa on the outskirts of Shanghai, a place once thought to be a safe house for Menglong during the height of his career. Few knew it was also where a small child had been living in complete secrecy, watched over by 2 bodyguards and a woman named Li, a longtime confidant of the late actor. When a leaked document surfaced, a contract titled Project Silver Star, it sent shockwaves across the nation. The signatures on it were unmistakable: Menglong, his manager Lin Chong, and an unnamed executive from a powerful film syndicate that had financed 3 of Menglong's biggest projects. The clause that stunned everyone read: all information regarding the minor shall remain sealed until 2032. Any exposure shall result in legal and financial termination of all related contracts. Who was the minor? The answer came faster than anyone expected. A video clip, grainy but undeniable, appeared on a private fan forum, showing a little boy, around 4 years old, with yumenglong's eyes and the same unmistakable half-smile. The child was seen holding a photo of his father, whispering, "Baba said I'll sing for him when I grow up." That one sentence broke the internet. In the days that followed, anonymous insiders began spilling details. Yumenglong had a son named Yuliang, born secretly in 2021, months before Menglong's career took a strange, downward spiral. According to sources close to the family, Menglong had been desperate to protect his child from powerful forces who wanted to use the boy as leverage. His sudden death, officially ruled an accident, was allegedly connected to a conflict with these same figures. Even his manager, Lin Chong, who had once appeared emotionless during interviews, was caught on leaked interrogation footage whispering the chilling words. He wanted to take the boy out of the country. They wouldn't let him. The question everyone began asking was, who were they? Investigators began tracing the financial web behind Menglong's contracts. Hidden accounts, shell companies, and offshore investments pointed toward a network of entertainment tycoons with deep political ties. Among them was Kai Zhongwen, a shadowy businessman with rumored links to both state media and foreign investors. Kai was allegedly the one who initiated Project Silver Star, convincing Menglong to agree to the secrecy in exchange for career protection. But what Menglong didn't know was that the same contract also gave Kai's group full control over his public image, social media accounts, and even song rights. He became a brand, not a person, one insider confessed. They owned every breath he took. After Menglong's tragic passing, the same syndicate continued to enforce the secrecy clause. Any mention of a Yuliang online was scrubbed within hours. Even the child's birth certificate vanished from hospital records. But fate had other plans. In early 2025, a journalist named Wei Lan, who had been investigating Menglong's case for 2 years, managed to access a cloud backup linked to the late actor's personal phone. Among hundreds of encrypted files, one video stood out. It was filmed in the early hours of a rainy night. Menglong sat beside a crib, gently humming a lullaby. His voice trembled as he whispered to the camera, "If anything happens to me, tell him I loved him every day of his life." Tears rolled down his face. The timestamp showed it was recorded just 3 days before his death. Wei Lan later revealed in an interview that she had been followed and threatened multiple times while trying to release the footage. "They don't want the world to know he was a father," she said, "because that truth destroys everything they built on his name." The revelation of the secret agreement created an uproar. Fans flooded social media with demands for justice, using the hashtag Where is Yuliang? Within days, candlelight vigils were held in Beijing, Seoul, and even Los Angeles, as fans chanted Menglong's lyrics, his words of hope, heartbreak, and hidden pain. But the story didn't stop there. An anonymous lawyer, believed to have worked with Menglong's estate, leaked additional pages of the original agreement, revealing that Liang's mother was also under surveillance. Her identity remains undisclosed, though multiple reports suggest she was an actress forced out of the industry under suspicious circumstances in 2022. The clause that followed her name chilled everyone who read it. Subject must maintain silence. Disclosure will result in permanent removal from all professional affiliations. Weeks later, another storm erupted when a man claiming to be one of Menglong's former security guards came forward on a live stream. His face was blurred, but his voice was clear and steady. "I saw the boy," he said. "He looked just like Menglong. The night before Menglong died, he told me, 'They're coming for me if I don't sign the second deal.'" I never saw him again after that. The words "second deal" became the biggest mystery yet. Was there another contract? One that sealed Menglong's fate completely? Rumors exploded online, some suggesting it involved a massive payout, others claiming it was part of a death offering, linking Menglong's case to a secret ritual of power within the entertainment elite. Though these claims remain unproven, the timing of his death and the secrecy surrounding his child continue to raise terrifying questions. Meanwhile, Liang, the hidden son, has reportedly been relocated under heavy protection in an undisclosed location. Several witnesses claim to have seen a small boy escorted by black vans near Hangzhou weeks after the leak. And yet, in a haunting twist of fate, an audio file surfaced last night, a child's voice softly singing an unreleased verse of Menglong's song, "The Stars Remember." The line that broke every listener's heart was, "Baba said stars don't die, they just hide to shine again." The internet erupted. Millions commented in tears, believing the child's voice was Liang's, his father's spirit living on through melody and memory. Now, as the entertainment world trembles under the weight of these revelations, one truth is becoming impossible to ignore. They hid him to protect themselves, not him. The question that remains, who will protect him now? And as fans replay the boy's fragile song across the world, one chilling reality echoes louder than ever. Menglong may be gone, but his story, and his son, will never be silenced. The internet hadn't calmed for a second since the truth broke. Every corner of social media pulsed with questions, theories, and raw emotion. Fans around the world couldn't breathe without thinking of that one haunting question: why did they hide him? It wasn't just about the secret son anymore. It was about betrayal, control, and the cold machinery of an industry that had chewed Menglong alive and buried his truth. But in the middle of the storm, a new wave of evidence would make the world stop once again, and this time, it would come directly from the boy himself. 2 nights after the first leaks, a blurry live stream appeared on a foreign-based fan page. A small boy sat under a soft golden light, a microphone in front of him, his dark hair neatly brushed. His face wasn't fully visible, but his voice, trembling, innocent, and heartbreakingly familiar, filled the silence. He sang a few lines of "The Stars Remember." "Papa, I'll sing where you left off. I'll find you when the lights turn off." The comments section exploded. He has Menglong's voice tone. That's his son, it's him. Whoever hid this boy must answer for it. But the live stream was taken down within 5 minutes. The account vanished. The video disappeared from every platform, even from cloud backups. Only one clip survived, shared by a fan who had screen recorded the moment. That clip reignited the world's outrage. Behind the scenes, chaos consumed the entertainment elite. Investigative journalists revealed that the Project Silver Star contract wasn't just a confidentiality agreement. It was part of a larger scheme designed to erase any traces of Menglong's family lineage. A whistleblower from Starline Media Group, one of China's most influential production houses, confessed in an encrypted email to the Midnight Report. Menglong's son wasn't supposed to exist publicly. There were powerful investors who feared scandal, inheritance claims, and exposure of corruption tied to Menglong's contracts. They had plans, political, financial, and the boy was a risk to all of it. The email also contained scanned documents, travel restrictions, NDAs, and digital monitoring logs labeled Target L. The date beside each entry matched moments fans had reported seeing mysterious black cars outside Menglong's old apartment complex. It was no longer just a secret. It was an operation. In a shocking twist, Yumenglong's close friend, actor Soo Kai, appeared on a live interview, his eyes red, his voice trembling. He had kept silent for months, bound by the same confidentiality pressure that silenced everyone around Menglong. But that night, something broke in him. He didn't want fame anymore, Soo said, pausing between tears. He told me, "Kai, if something happens to me, promise me they'll never get to my boy." That's what killed him, not the fall, not the rumors. It was fear. The studio fell completely silent. Even the host couldn't speak. Soo Kai went on to describe how, in Menglong's final months, he had grown paranoid, convinced that every phone call was being tapped, every movement followed. The day before his death, Menglong allegedly told Soo he had found a way out, and that his family would soon be free. But within 48 hours, Yumenglong was gone. As investigators dug deeper, one name kept surfacing, Kai Zhongwen, the businessman linked to the Project Silver Star deal. Publicly, he was known as a charitable film producer, often seen at galas and red carpet events. Privately, he was known as the gatekeeper, the man who decided which careers rose and which were destroyed. An anonymous hacker collective released fragments of Kai's encrypted chats. One message, time-stamped 2 weeks before Menglong's death, sent shivers down everyone's spine. The child must not appear in any capacity. The image must remain pure. Handle it before the contract ends. The phrase "handle it" left the internet in collective horror. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, a woman living under a new identity, believed to be Liang's mother, was reportedly located in France. Witnesses claimed she lived quietly in a coastal town, never using her real name, avoiding all cameras. Neighbors described her as gentle but haunted. One recalled hearing her sing softly to a child at night, the same melody that later appeared in the leaked live stream. A foreign reporter tried to reach her for comment, but was intercepted by unknown individuals before getting close. Hours later, his footage was deleted remotely. He claimed his laptop was wiped clean overnight. Who had that kind of power? As the mystery deepened, fans organized digital protests demanding justice under the trending hashtag #JusticeForYumenglong and #FreeYuliang. The comment sections of state media accounts were flooded with questions they refused to answer. But then came the moment that shattered what little composure the world still had. A major news outlet received a verified, time-stamped video from a confidential source in Beijing. It showed surveillance footage from Yumenglong's hospital ward on the night he was declared dead. The timestamp proved something horrifying. Yumenglong was alive for nearly 3 hours after his official time of death. He was conscious, weak but alive. And in those final moments, he had whispered something repeatedly. Technicians enhanced the audio, and his words were faint but unmistakable. "Protect the boy, don't let them find him." The revelation hit the entertainment world like a thunderstorm. Protesters gathered outside media buildings, holding photos of Menglong's smiling face. Artists who once stayed silent began to speak up, singers, actors, and even producers admitting they, too, had been silenced by fear of the same people. Meanwhile, deep within online networks, a mysterious new account surfaced. Username: Liangstar04. The profile picture showed a small hand holding a microphone. The bio simply read, "For Baba." Every fan knew immediately what it meant. A week later, during a live memorial broadcast organized by fans, a brief, emotional moment occurred that no one would ever forget. As thousands of candles flickered on screen and Menglong's unreleased song, Eternal Light, began to play, the broadcast audio cut out, only to be replaced by a small child's voice humming the same melody. No one knew where it came from. Some believed it was pre-recorded. Others swore it was live. But what everyone felt was undeniable. Yumenglong's presence, through his son, through his music, through the truth that refused to die. Even now, weeks later, authorities have refused to reopen the case. But the people aren't giving up. A rising movement called the Menglong Promise has formed, pledging to expose every person who signed that secret agreement. The words of Yumenglong's final message still echo through the hearts of millions. Protect the boy. And that's exactly what the world intends to do. Because this isn't just a story about a hidden child, it's about the voice of a father that refuses to be silenced. Yumenglong's light didn't fade, get passed on. And now, through his son, that light burns brighter than ever.